This is Zoho Day 2024. I'm here with Sean River, who is the product evangelist for Relay. Sean, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, can you start off by telling us a little bit about Relay?
So Relay is a company that provides SAS-based services and a device that helps with communication. So think of a small 3.5 inch or 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch square walkie-talkie that runs over cellular and Wi-Fi. So we are typically working with hotels, golf courses, large enterprise, large facilities, stuff like that.
So it's a walkie-talkie, but it goes over the cell network.
Correct. So like a push-to-talk kind of capability over the cell network. It really just expands range, gives us the ability to do tons of workforce analytics and stuff like that for customers, usually for their active workers or their frontline workers.
Awesome. How did the company come? How did it start?
Well, we've been around a long time. I've been with the company in its various incarnations for about 18 years. So we're founded in Raleigh, North Carolina. We were originally part of a large company that is now public called Bandwidth Inc. But when I started with them, they were extremely small. That company is a voice-based, internet voice-based company. We had an idea in 2011, launched a company called Republic Wireless, which was a cellular wireless company that used voice over Wi-Fi and cellular at the same time. We had a lot of technology, a lot of patents in order to make this happen. We launched that in 11/11/11 and then split off from Bandwidth when they went public into our own company all by ourselves. And recently we were going to add a children's communicator, and that's what Relay originally was a children's communication device. That device, we were going to just be another product on our Republic Wireless service, and then we started to see that just a ton of people were coming in and buying relays in bulk for their business. And at that point we realized we had something that could be really good for business, but the children's product with its animal sounds and stuff like that wasn't really a good use of our time, so or useful for business. Business definitely didn't like that. They wanted to have something that was a little bit more business centric, so we went and built a brand new platform, a brand new hardware device from the ground up, designed for business communications. And we did that in 2019. We launched the children's product in 2018. In 2019, we started building the business product. We launched that in 2020, so September of 2020. We actually launched our business sales in January of 2020, but didn't launch with the COVID and all that stuff going on, the pandemic. We really had to, it was an interesting time. The kind of companies we worked with were all closed. And as they started back up, we started to realize that we had something. We had something that people really wanted in our product, which was golf courses and for hotels. So golf courses were the first to kind of open back up, outdoors, you could easily social distance. And so we started selling the Relay to a lot of golf courses because unlimited range and the ability to see where somebody is on the course. So we had, just like a ability to show up on a map and show, oh, this person's out here. We need them to go over here. Hey, where's the drink cart? They could see that kind of stuff at the golf course. Then as hotels started to come back online, they came back online. They closed entire floors. They had less guests. They had less employees. They needed a way to communicate. Walkie-talkies weren't the best way for them to do that. And it was just we were in the right place at the right time, and we really grew dramatically. So when we started, we carved off about 19 people that were doing Relay full time. And now Relay is our business. We sold the Republic Wireless business and to focus completely on the B2B side of Relay. And we've now about 155 employees.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
now,
incredible growth.
Since it's over cell, it makes it a lot more secure, I would imagine, as opposed to just a standard walkie-talkie where anyone can grab a walkie-talkie and join in on the frequency, right?
Well, I mean, you have that, and now that a lot of walkie-talkies have gone digital, the problem with digital is you have to go and get a spectrum dedicated. You have to go and basically to the FCC and do that. So it was a lot of work. In our environment with cellular, absolutely, it's secure. It's even if we're sending it over the Wi-Fi, everything's encrypted. So we can have a lot more standardized control. We didn't have to invent anything to make that work properly.
Oh, awesome. So what is your biggest challenge? I guess, what is your company's biggest challenge?
Scale. How do we scale? When we first started, the challenge was, what do we do? I mean, we kind of knew before in working with consumer, but we had no CRM. We didn't have systems. We had a enterprise level finance platform in NetSuite. We had a few other little things, but we really didn't have. We had Slack and Google, but we had Intercom, but we didn't have a cohesive platform to work with. So really, in order to scale, in order to even understand if this new product direction that we were going in was going to work or was working, we needed to start tracking what was going on with the sales process, what was going on with the lead process, what was happening, how was our marketing working, what works, what doesn't work. And that was really when we brought in Zoho with that. So our biggest challenge, and even to this day, is scale. Simplicity, scale. Simplicity's just started to get into it. Originally, it was just how do people come in and work every day, and how do we take that data and learn from it and fail as quickly as we can so that we can start getting the learnings and grow.
And so that's why you turned to Zoho. How did it help in that?
Well, there are two main reasons that we went with Zoho. One of them, of course, is great pricing. I mean, it really allowed us to, since we weren't really sure what was going to be successful, what wasn't going to be successful, we were learning, and it's a good thing to learn. To jump into some big expensive platform when we weren't really sure what we needed was probably wouldn't be a smart thing. And then the breadth of the services of Zoho One was, I think, really the key driver from a non-financial point of view. It allowed us, one, to compress time. We didn't need to go out and negotiate with each of the different best-of-breed companies that we would want to work with. So that made it much faster for us to get up and running. We could just put it in place, start customizing it how we needed it to work for our business as we learned our business. So we were kind of putting the tires on the car as we were driving. We were building the engine as we were driving down the road. It's just kind of the way it goes when you're in startup mode, right? And you're trying to get everything working. And so we started first with CRM, and then we expanded that, and we did Desk, and when we expanded that, and we did Sales IQ, and we expanded that, and we just keep expanding into other applications.
How has your business process changed because of Zoho?
Well, we really didn't have a business process in the beginning because in the beginning, everything was on spreadsheets, right? We had a few lighthouse customers, as we called them, of people that were helping guide us. There were businesses that we thought that came to us originally to buy the children's product, and they were kind of telling us what they liked and what they didn't like, and all of that was on spreadsheets and Google Docs, and it was really not something that you can gather any kind of insights from. So one of the first things we needed to do was get it all out of the spreadsheets and move it towards something that gave us real data. So over time, we've changed, our processes have changed, but I would say as you grow, it's more of a growth by division. You come in and you wear 5 hats, right? You start off as a company, you wear 5 hats, you do a whole bunch of things. I was doing selling, I was making the systems, so it was a bunch of hats that I was wearing every single day. Sometimes a therapist. In doing that, I was wearing a ton of hats. But over time, that's, somebody takes one of those hats off your head, and into where everybody's wearing a single hat, and then those people become managers, and you keep growing. So it's division. You're dividing all the jobs as they start getting bigger and bigger, and the system has to go along with you, right? If you had it where it was really easy for one person to do 5 things, you then need to make it easy for 5 people to do 5 things, and then for 5 people to manage 5 people doing those 5 parts of your business. So managing leads that are coming in the front door from LinkedIn and from LinkedIn and from Facebook and from our website, all of those coming in the front door, we needed to be able to track all of that. We needed to track what happened to those when meetings were set. So we do demos. We're a typical SaaS company. Comes in the door, an SDR takes that lead, goes and works that lead until they know that it's qualified. They schedule a demo, usually with one of our AEs. Demo does the AE does an incredible demonstration of our system, and people love it. And then they work a deal project until that deal closes. We have to do orders, sales orders, contract terms, and all that kind of stuff. And Zoho helped us do every last bit of that is done in Zoho.
Wow. So it's kind of just really revolutionized your business in an affordable manner. So going on for the future, is there a specific Zoho product that you're kind of eyeing up to expand in towards, or anything like that?
Yes, actually, over the next few weeks, we're going to be taking a look at marketing automation. We've been waiting for marketing automation 2.0 to be added to Zoho 1. So right now it's only 1.0 that's in Zoho 1. They've been doing a lot of work to make sure that the integration and everything works. So we'll be taking on marketing automation in probably 2 or 3 weeks when that's brought in. And then we'll start, because right now all of our marketing is kind of driven in organically into the CRM, and then we work it. But this will give us the ability to do some true scoring and do a little bit more prep of people before we actually drive them through to talk to an SDR.
All right, that sounds great. That is all that I have for you. Where can people learn more about Relay and you?
So go to relaypro.com. It's a great site, and so relaypro.com, and all of the information about our products there. And we have a ton of information. And if you really want to see it in action, talk to one of our lovely SDRs, and they will help get you set up.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.